Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I have a headache. Ever since I had my surgery, I seem to be getting these little headaches. I think it has to do with the water pills they made me take. But I've been hydrating myself big time. Anyway, CZ Binance, this could be a really big deal right here. He says INR, that's the Indian rupee, I think is how you say that, on Binance now with building India's most trusted WazirX integration. And he says, hello, India. He says, enabling 1.3 billion more people to crypto. This could be a really, really big deal. Now, something that I'm looking into right now that I think that everyone out there that's listening to me should go and study if you get a chance. This is Solargenic. This is the CoinField platform for tokenizing. They're going to tokenize, it says stocks, ETFs, from 25 global exchanges on top of the XRP ledger. And they're going to be doing this solo token. Now, I'm reading up on this right now. I'm no expert in it by any means, but this is something that you should go and take a look at. I'm trying to find out exactly how this is going to work. And once I have a better understanding of it, we'll go over it. But their website, if you want to go read up on this, is Solargenic.com, SOLOGENIC. Next, from Binance US, this is something you all should start to think about. What is your elevator speech when it comes to Bitcoin or XRP? How will you be explaining Bitcoin to your family and friends this Thanksgiving? And remember, and I just told this to my dad when I got off the phone because we were talking about buying the dip and whatnot, which we both are doing. But when you start thinking about Thanksgiving and Christmas, at least 2 or 3 of the bull runs that I have seen happened over the holidays. I don't think that's a coincidence. And this pullback we had over the last 2 or 3 days, that is not something that makes me feel negative. It's something that makes me feel extremely optimistic about the potential of what could happen over the holidays. So anyway, this is something that you ought to be thinking about though. Bank XRP full interview. This is Ripple's Eric Van Miltenberg, Senior Vice President at Ripple. ODL XRP. He's in a video here. This is from Swell. In fact, the room that he's sitting in, I remember walking by the room and it was like a media room that they had there. And it had a bit like a conference table, and he's sitting at the end of it because I remember seeing all these trees in the background, that were off of the room that they were filming in. But I remember seeing that room. So that's kind of where they were taking during Swell, to do all of their interviews and all that type of thing. They would go into this room and use that for media. But in this video, he says, we launched Mexico, we launched Philippines. Yesterday, we announced Australia. There's a list of countries on the roadmap, Thailand being one for 2020. And Bank XRP has put this all together. So pretty good stuff. Bank XRP, who's a definite follow, by the way. But you should go and watch this. All right. Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29 sent me this from Haska Trades. Just some perspective. Bitcoin rose 44% in 3 days and nobody batted an eye. Bitcoin drops 35% in 27 days and the cries of manipulation and unreasonable price action start pouring out. And that is so true about how this market works. Also, from UKXRP at UKXRP1, these are the guys from SPQR Media, I guess. The Economist predicts that we turn from negative to positive in 2020. Sneaky little SBI Vision bottom right as well. I thought this was pretty cool. SBI's right there, Vision. And that's on the cover of The Economist. Okay. From XRP Standard Productions, is this for real? This is a little bit of satire going on here. I had communicated a little bit with XRP Standard Productions, and I said I love, because he had done something about Donald Trump drunk tweeting about XRP, and I thought it was funny, the satire that he was doing. And I'm a fan of The Onion, for those of you that aren't familiar. The Onion is a satirical news magazine online, and they've got some really funny articles. And he was doing kind of the same thing. And so I told him, I said, yeah, this is the kind of thing that this space is missing. A lot of people in this space are way too serious about all this, and we need more humor in this space. And so I had floated the idea, something like, XRP solves global warming, just to add a little humor to the equation. And so you can see our dialogue here. And I said, I've made a life of not taking myself or anything too serious. I love The Onion. You may be onto something here in the digital asset space. The satire, he could if he wanted to, but here's his thing. It immediately made me laugh when I saw this graphic. How Ice Sheet grew 533,000 square miles in a year before XRP, and then it shows it after XRP. Pretty funny stuff. Jaquita McPhee. This morning I asked everybody what would be the easiest way for me to give the gift of XRP to people for Christmas. Well, Jaquita McPhee sent me the answer. And by the way, he had a title. I thought he must have taken his official title for the channel out of here. I don't know, or I can't remember if he ever had it or not. But he told me, he said the easiest way to give XRP is with the XRP Tip Bot. So at the top, when you go to xrptipbot.com and you log in, you can click on app, and then it shows you here. It gives you all the instructions. Spread the love with XRP Tip Bot paper accounts. And you go down here. Now, this is important. If the invitee does not activate the XRP Tip Bot app within 30 days after you sent the first tip to the paper account, when you gave the invitation, the tip will return to you. So you need to make sure, if you do give anyone this, and all you do to do it is go right here, generate paper account. And when you click on this, it will actually open a page with the QR code where you can print it. So, and then you need to put XRP onto it. And when you do, you need to make sure that they know that if they don't activate the account, that money is going to go back to you. That XRP will go back to your account within 30 days. They've got to activate it. So I printed out a few of those this morning. Next, from Bond Crypt. Popular cross-border payment platform MoneyGram has announced that blockchain partner Ripple has made the final $20 million payment as a part of its investment in its equity platform. And this is an article I'm not going to go into. I think that kind of speaks for itself. X-Men XRP at XRP33 sent me this article. JP Morgan tests private blockchain to track auto dealer inventory. So, it says the bank's wholesale car financing arm has filed a patent application describing a distributed ledger-based version of floor plan lending, a revolving line of credit that allows car dealers to borrow against retail inventory. So that's interesting. You can see where all this is going. Okay, Jeff Hardy, this is a snapshot of Fiat Leak that this guy took when everything was pulling back yesterday, I guess. Let's see. He posted it today, but it's when XRP was at 20 cents. I think this was yesterday. I've never seen Fiat Leak this active. It's more exciting to see the increase in transactions. Price doesn't even matter. Well, what's going to be fascinating is when you're seeing this, and you will see this, when you see this in the next bull run, that is what will be fun. Next, from our old friend at ECOSSEXRP1 sent me this. This is TechCrunch founder sells $1.6 million house on crypto real estate platform. This is Michael Arrington of Arrington XRP Capital, and he has sold. He sold his. Let's see what it says here. Announcement for blockchain announced the sale of $1.6 million San Francisco property owned by the venture capital fund Crunch Fund, co-founded by Michael Arrington. And he says the traditional real estate sale process is arduous and broken. Buyers, sellers, and their professional support struggle with the overly complex interactions. It's an opaque, dated, and unnecessarily lengthy process full of risks such as wire fraud, said Arrington, founder of TechCrunch, whose most recent venture is into blockchain capital investments and management with his $100 million firm, Arrington XRP Capital. So they've sold their own property with the use of Proppy. And finally, I want to show you this from Robert Thompson. My daughter made her Christmas list and asked Santa Claus for XRP. Smart girl. Here's her Christmas list. TV and Xbox, and over here she's got XRP. Gotta love that. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that they need to put XRP on their Christmas list. Thank you for listening.